Hello, welcome to Reclaiming My Life. Reclaiming My Life is about trials, challenges, and trauma that my co authors, this is just a couple of the co authors of Reclaiming My Life, that we've experienced, how we overcame and reclaimed our lives. And our mission here today is to inspire, encourage, empower, and motivate others to reclaim their lives. And today we have a special guest with us today, Mr. Jermaine.
Hi, what's going on, ladies? How are you?
We are doing great. We're doing great. Thank you. So we met Jermaine. We frequent Blaze Steak and Seafood, Candy Birds and Thai restaurant.
Yes.
And Jermaine actually works at the restaurant. So, we have become besties.
It have. We really have. We really have. You ladies has been amazing.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we have Jermaine joining us today, and we're going to talk about some stuff,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Jermaine, of course. I'm from Americus, Georgia, little small country town in South Georgia area, Not many ambition people are there. Those that get out do get out and try to become all they can be.
Right.
But back home, it is some good people there. That's where I get most of my value from, my personality, my strength, all of that. I learned so much in that little small town, and I love them. I'm gonna represent them.
Okay, go ahead.
They might not think I'm gonna forget about it, but I'm not gonna forget about it because I never forget what my roots and where I come from.
Right. Yes.
That's where I come from.
Yes, I love it.
that.
We actually come from a little small town ourselves,
Okay.
And although, we're here today, I love what you said. We don't forget, where we came from, because where we come from, it makes us who we are,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Jermaine, we were chatting it up just last night.
Right,
and
we was. Had a good time too.
We did.
We had a good time.
Yes, while Ursula was at the restaurant ordering a buffet. You know what I'm saying?
She ate last night.
And it is not a buffet.
See,
Okay, there's no
you
buffet.
came to eat,
I ate too.
and you ate good.
I
You ate good.
That's all the time.
Yes, you ate real good.
Look, and what did you say after you ate?
Honey, Candy and Todd don't owe me a thing.
Not a thing. She sure said it.
Not one
She sure
thing.
said it. Nothing. But we had a good time.
Yes, we had a good time.
That was a way to end the night.
It
last
was
night. My night,
right.
especially at work. That was
Exactly,
a good way to end the
because
night
you
last
are closing, so we did a live, we cut
Mhm.
up, we
night.
talked,
We did.
and you shared some things with us.
I did.
Tell our viewers today, what are your future endeavors or some projects, upcoming projects you have?
Okay. First one, we shot probably a month ago now. Candy with Escape and SWV, they're doing a reality show. And I got a couple of scenes on that reality show with Candy, coming through the restaurant. So that's exciting.
Oh, that is exciting.
I'm really, really good friends with her, especially being working with her for so long in one of her restaurants. And Coco from SWV as well.
Okay.
That's my girl. That's my girl. And I met her back when I was living in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
And and how I met Coco, I was working out one day at the gym, and I was leaving, going home at night, minding my own little business, had my headphones in my ear, started singing, walking home. And then the next day, she came to the gym, and she was like, "Oh, I heard you singing last night." And I'm like, "What?" She said, "Oh, you never know who watching you."
That's right.
And we've been good friends ever since. They owned a juice bar at the time with her husband, and we just became so close.
Wow.
Ever since that moment, and we've been friends to this day.
That's
Awesome.
amazing.
It is.
That's amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you're going to be in Candy's upcoming, it's a series.
A reality show.
show.
I had a few appearances on Candy and the Gang.
Okay.
I had a few appearances on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think it was like episode 2.
Okay.
And I was jetting through the restaurant.
Yeah.
Doing my job, I'm always gonna be in work mode.
Yes.
So that was exciting. But this time I actually mic'd up and got a little part in that as well. That is it's an episode because I don't want to talk too much about it, but
Yes.
definitely
Right.
look
Yeah,
out for
look,
it.
don't give them too much.
Yeah,
Let them
out
know.
for it.
Tune in.
That
Tune in.
whole scene was wow. It was really reality, and that was like my first time really digging into that world. And I was like, wow, this is really reality of what happened. So definitely look forward for that, y'all.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
You know, I know my co-authors and I, you know, we're very excited about you joining us today. And I know we all like ready to ask you something,
Okay,
just chat
yes,
with
let 'em
you.
dig
So, you
into
know,
it.
Miss Ursula.
First, I want to say thank you for joining us on Reclaiming Our Lives. We were so happy when you walked through the door and we seen you. I mean, my heart just, I'm overwhelmed. I'm so happy and thankful for you today.
No, thank y'all for having me.
That's what I want to say
Absolutely.
first. And second, I want to say I went through Instagram because I'm a fan of Candy's, and I seen on her at her restaurant where you were singing to different people because we was trying to find what restaurant we want to go to eat at when we first started coming to Atlanta.
Okay.
And that was the restaurant we picked, was her restaurant. And I seen, I was like, he's singing to everybody happy birthday. What? Let me find out. I said, I want him to sing to us. So I told maybe Claudia, I said, we need to go to Candy's restaurant. We need to go there and eat and check out this place.
Right.
And that's how we knew who you was when we came in the building.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, that's excited to know. Okay.
Yes. So I'm just excited, what's going on with your life as your with your age and what you're doing and what you got going on for you. I'm just thanking God, for your blessings that He's blessing you with. You know what I'm saying? That the people that you running into and God is just sending the people right there in place for you, to grow and stuff. So it's just awesome. I didn't have nothing to ask you right now, but
and I want to say this, because she did say that she saw you on Instagram and how you were singing.
Yes.
And it just goes back because I know when we were chatting last night, you shared with us that you're in a singing competition.
Yes.
So, she was impressed by your singing,
Yes.
and then you share you're in a singing competition.
Yes.
So congratulations on
Thank
that
you.
as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on now.
It's been a long time coming for all of this stuff. And you talking to somebody who gave up. Like, I was over it. I have came content with my life, what God has me here for. I'm a great person. And it's to spew good things into other people. I don't care who you are.
Right.
What you see is what you're going to get.
Okay, yes.
It's never going to change.
Yes.
I felt the vibe.
Well, we saw that.
Yeah.
I felt the vibe.
Yes.
It's never going to change. This is who I am as a person. I try to be a good person, especially after everything that I have experienced in my 33 years of life.
Oh my God.
It's been a lot.
Well, share with us if you don't mind, because this show is about reclaiming your life. I want to say, just to let you know, when we talk about reclaiming our lives, it's because of trials and trauma that we experience. I was sexually violated. Ursula here.
I was addicted to the drugs,
Okay.
cocaine. So I was on cocaine.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
And I was homeless.
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Not
Okay.
once,
Yes.
but twice.
Yes.
Wow.
But we
yes.
reclaimed our
Yes.
lives,
And you all look beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. And
Thank
you are
you.
too.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
So share with us if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. So growing up, being a gay black man, especially in the South, it's a lot for a kid. And I was a kid. I'm only 33, so at that time, I'm a child.
Right.
So even when it comes to me and my father, it started like people say it started at home. Me and my dad even have the best relationship. Like when I was growing up, we had a close, but I think around the time when I hit 10, 11, 12, that's when the change started. Because that's when you really start figuring out. I knew as a kid who I was. But trying to explain that to a parent,
Right.
they're just not ready to accept that or want to accept that. And you're not going to want to be comfortable with talking to your parent about it. That's why I said even when I become a parent, I want to have the best relationship with my child because they say you want your child to come to you about anything, right?
Yes.
But you got to make an environment where your child wants to talk to you about those type of things. My dad would say very, very hateful things to me. That's why even now in my adult life, how it affects me is I like people that don't like me or say nasty things. I honestly can just tune it out.
Right.
You literally could be sitting right here beside me. And I don't see you.
Okay.
Because that's how it was with my father. He was just saying a very lot of hateful things to me. don't want to go too deep in that one,
Mhm.
but just know that we didn't have the closest relationship.
Right. Mhm.
So around the time that I started doing, even classmates in high school, they would say all those things to me. And so I fought. I had to fight.
Mhm.
Literally had to fight
Mhm.
to show yourself the worth in this world. And I wouldn't advocate violence for anybody,
Right.
but that's all I knew, and that's how I knew how to
Right.
protect myself.
Yes.
So fast forward with me and my father, we eventually got it together around the time I did American Idol.
Mhm.
So it was actually my first,
Ooh.
my first time trying out for American Idol was season 13.
I'm gonna go back and look at it.
Yes, season 13, and my first time just trying anything, and I made it all the way to the celebrity round the first time.
Mhm.
It was an experience, and I didn't want my dad to come. I didn't want him to share that moment with me, and my mom was so upset with me because I was just like, why? Why do you want to be here?
Right. Why now?
Why now?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but I'm actually glad that he did come, and I
Mhm.
was able to just get over that obstacle because that moment forward, 6 months later, he passed away.
Wow. Wow.
So I had some kind of self-love within him and myself
Right.
to be able to move on in the world
Right,
now because
that's right.
we got it together.
Mhm.
Sadly, we only had 6 months left with
Yes.
each other, but we eventually did get it together.
Mhm.
Oh.
And I know even now in this moment, I know he's looking up, down,
Mhm.
and he's proud because
Yes.
he at the end of the day, he has always been a fan of me and my music.
Oh.
Always.
All right.
Always been a fan.
That's a blessing. You know, and I'm so glad that you have that. You
Yes.
know, that you had a good closure.
Mhm.
You know, that you don't have to live life, you know, with the if, ands, and buts. And
Mhm.
although, you know, you may have those permanent scars,
Right.
you know, because you still sit here and say, when I was a child, this happened. He talked to me this way. You know, he hurt me.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I could have grown up better, you know, if I would have had the love and the support. But at the end of the day, you had a good closure.
Yes.
And we're
we
grateful
did.
for that for you.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Let us take a short commercial break and we'll be right back.
Tyson Multimedia is a visual arts creative company. We provide video marketing for small businesses to help promote products and services. When people connect and collaborate, the impossible is created.
Welcome back to Reclaiming My Life. We are sitting here today talking to and with Jermaine. So, you know, right before the commercial break, we were talking about Jermaine, his sexuality, and how, you know, it was difficult for you to actually talk to or have the relationship with your father, you know, and you experienced a lot of scars and just, you know, your father just somewhat tearing you down, right? But at the end of the day, right before your father passed, you all had a good closure.
Yes.
You know, and I just want to say, parents, love your children.
Please.
They're your children.
Yes.
I don't care who they are, what they choose, what they do. They belong to you.
Absolutely.
Love your children. Support your children.
Yes.
Encourage your children. Because, you know, if you are tearing down your child, what do you think the world is going to do? Come on now. We can't do that. We just cannot do that. So I'm going to give my co-authors an opportunity to talk with Jermaine.
Okay.
So, Miss Joanne, I know you know that we was chatting it up with Jermaine, and you wanted...
Come on with it. Come on with it.
You had a question for Jermaine
Hi,
here.
Jermaine.
Hi.
I'm glad you went there about that with your father because I can relate to what you were saying as far as your childhood, because my childhood was sort of like that. I couldn't just come out and just talk to my parents about anything
Right.
that you could talk to your parents about. So, and it's a part of you that that remains there. But I do thank God that you were able to get some closure before that, because God knew down the road that that was coming. So I'm glad he brought about that so you could get some closure.
Right.
And I thank you for sharing all that. I
You're
so
welcome.
deeply know exactly what you're talking about. It relates to some of me as well. But getting back to you, as that beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you.
I wasn't there with them last night with the chain breakers, but let me tell you, you know they film everything.
Oh, yes, Lord. We filmed some
That's
stuff
what we
last
do.
night.
So let me tell you, as I saw them and stuff, I'm always pepped up, excited, like I'm actually there too.
Right.
So they were having an awesome time with you. The first time I remember seeing you, and you're right, you do be like zoom, and all over the place. You really do. And your voice is just awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So out of your music and your songs, what do you like singing best?
Singing best, of course, gospel. I mean, I started in church choir.
Yes.
Like, I had to go to church.
Yes.
So if you're gonna go to church, you're gonna figure out something to do when you're in church. So if you be on Ursula, you're gonna be in the choir.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'm gonna join the choir. But I fell in love with it, and I still remember to this day the first song I sung was Kurt Franklin. Lean on Me. That's the first song. I was the nervous thing.
Give us a little bit.
Yes.
Let me see. Oh, it's been so
Or
long.
a song of your choice, gospel.
No, I could do it. I could do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
There's man standing on the corner. He has no home. He has no food, and his blue skies are gone. Can you hear him crying out?
Woo! Look, he's not telling y'all just yet which singing competition that he's in, but y'all better be on the lookout.
It's exciting. And I actually was looking at my Facebook history today. And I tried out for this competition 10 years ago.
Wow.
It popped up today on my
And look at you sitting right here today.
Yes.
Today.
It's a prime
Yes,
example to
look at
not
God.
give up. I think of more so of me being afraid. And then one thing about me, I always put people before me.
Yes.
Friends,
Yes.
I like this year. I lost friends this year.
like me.
People I've been with friends
Sound
with
like
since
me.
middle school.
Wow.
I try to do so much for people. And to this time, my trip to DR, God said, you first.
Amen.
It's time to put you first.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
And ever since I stepped in front of that,
Okay.
blessings just started being showered.
Self-care and prioritizing yourself. And when we grow, the people that's not supposed to be there with us, they're going to fall off anyway.
Right.
Okay? They're going to fall off and it's okay.
I think I was trying to hold on to it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it got. I'm glad. Okay, I mean, either you're here or you're not. I'm sorry, I can't wait on you no more. Bye. See you later.
Get behind me. Okay?
Behind me.
Nice.
All right, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Some people grow and some people got to go.
That's
Right,
right.
absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So just hearing how you feel about music, how has your music brought you hope, or how has it healed you or inspired you to continue to do what you do?
That's a great question, because actually in 2018, I was very depressed. Very depressed, even to the point of suicidal. My mom was very heartbroken about that, but I had to go through that. In the midst of all of that darkness, because the bed I laid in, I cried for 3 hours straight, nonstop. Couldn't stop crying. And out of all that, I wrote a song. It's gonna be my first single. It's called Fights.
Ooh.
And it's a little different, because I know a lot of people are gonna be expecting R&B from me, but it actually is a rock and roll record.
All right.
And it's a powerful record, and it's telling you about how not to give up, what greatness is ahead when you're in a darkened place and light start coming in. Don't give up, just fight till you can't no more. And just
Wow.
fight. It's a very, very powerful record. And Candy actually give me a little helping writing on this record as well.
Okay, awesome.
So it's gonna be something. It's gonna be a movement. If I don't feel it, I can't sing it. I have to feel it. I just don't want to sing anything. I want to be able to feel what I sing.
Yes.
That way it transcends to the world with so much heartache going on out here in this world right now.
right.
It's so sad.
Yes.
And it just need more positivity out there and giving
Yes.
people hope again.
Listen
So
to
that's
you.
what I hope, pray to do.
Let me
to
tell
the
you
world.
something. This show is Reclaiming My Life.
Yes.
When you talk about reclaiming,
Mm-hmm.
you were depressed,
Mhm.
almost gave up
Mm-hmm.
in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
and now you sitting here giving people hope.
Mm.
Come on.
All right.
Did he reclaim his life?
Yes.
You have
Yes.
reclaimed your life.
Yes.
God knows. You know, I know that Candy has your back,
Mhm.
but as I'm sitting here listening to you saying that's gonna be your first, I would love to be the producer on that. And not let me not say producer now. I got
Okay.
a friend that's a producer. I would love to be the executive producer on that.
Oh, I would love to. It's
Y'all
gonna be
heard
a-
it right here. Let me tell you, I'm gonna go ahead on and shout out my friend Ray Braswell Jr., Stella Award winner. Okay,
Yes.
right here. Okay.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good, but yes. I just want to be a person that just give people life again.
Yes.
Those who are depressed, not for the people who got it.
Mhm.
It's the people who needs
Yes.
it, and it's a lot of people right now who
Amen.
needs it.
Yes. That's
Needs it.
right.
I still
That's
need it
right.
sometimes.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
I go back into my book. I write music all the time.
Mhm.
I might not have the beats, but I write the music because I write what I'm going through.
And
how
that
I'm
gives you
feeling.
hope.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
And it helps
Yes.
release what you're feeling.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Exactly.
So, and I learned that from Babyface.
Okay.
Babyface said he was scared to express his love out loud, so he wrote it. He wrote it
Yes.
down, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I just picked up my notebook and I just just started
Right.
writing. So now it's almost full.
Wow.
Yeah, so I write.
It
Let
has
me-
a meaning.
Mhm.
It has a different meaning for it.
Yes. So let me ask you this before we wrap it up.
Okay.
Here. I know when we were chatting it up last night, you also shared something else that you have.
Oh yeah,
Coming out.
Yes.
Look, can you give us just a little bit? You know,
Yeah, just a
look,
little
my
segment.
lips are sealed. So, you
Okay.
know, if it doesn't come from your lips,
Mhm.
I can't say anything.
So my friend Tree, she's an actress, and she asked me, "Can I play a character that she's giving?"
He's already getting into character. Look at him.
She's playing a character. She want me to play a character, and she like, "Can you play this person?" I was like, "Absolutely, why not?"
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be a new improved one. Not no disrespect to the new one, the old one,
Uh-huh.
but
uh-huh.
I gotta give a little life to the character.
Okay.
So just be on the lookout for that one.
Give us an example of a little scene that you've seen this person play in this series, and you know, then our audience might say, "Oh, wow."
All right. And scene. Rule 234. Thou shall not fall. Stay up.
Come on now. Yes. Yes.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm so
It's gonna
excited.
be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Look, I'm excited for you. We're all excited for you.
Uh-huh.
You know, we are so happy that you have reclaimed
Yes.
your life, you know, and this is what it's all about. You know, a lot of times we are frustrated, we are overwhelmed. Sometimes we do feel like letting go instead of letting God. We feel like giving up. But when we stay in the fight, because you said you were in the fight now,
That's
when we
fight.
stay in the
Yes.
fight, greater. I promise y'all, greater is coming. You know, I'm a witness. That's why we're here. The co-authors of Reclaiming My Life. This is what our book is about. This is what our podcast and our show is about. How we have suffered, how we have been traumatized and gone through trials. We've been beat down, you know, so many things. You know, again, you all gonna have to get the book. But again, we have reclaimed. And we're so happy to have you. Thank you so
No,
much.
you're welcome. Thank you, ladies, for having me.
You
This
are
is
so
my
welcome.
first interview ever.
Wow.
And it has been a truly pleasure being here.
Thank
Thank
you.
y'all for
Thank
even
you.
allowing me to come on you all platform.
Oh,
I wish you
wow.
much success
Thank
with
you.
it.
Thank
And
you.
I can't wait to see what our future looks like.
Yes, our future. Okay.
Our future.
Yes. We love it. We love it. Again, you all, we are Reclaiming My Life. We are on tour as well. You can definitely book us. You can book us by going to reclaimingmylifetour.com, and also take the time to purchase our book. We thank you all so much for joining us today. As always, we love you. Be blessed.
She lives with John 3:16 as a daily reminder. This verse serves as a representation of why she gives so freely of herself, firmly believing that if God could send his one and only Son to die for our